Hello. There are a lot of nasty things going on in the world, and particularly in Syria right now. I don't want to forget that, and I want to do a study of it within the next day or so. But nearer home, there's a little glimmer of hope. It looks like reform are really showing up very well. Now, if you want to ask me, do I trust Nigel Farage? No, I don't. He is utterly ruthless, and he will do what's best for getting power in his party. I just hope that the more power he gets, the more he'll be able to wield it for the good of this country. I'm Granniopteryx. If you're in the UK, the home of free speech, Gab and BitChute are effectively blocked by UK free speech laws. You'd have to use a VPN to watch me on one of those platforms. However, I am, for the time being, still available on x.com, on YouTube, on Rumble and on Minds, at least for the time being. All right, I'm making this video far too early, and that's because the weather is very hot and this attic becomes unbearable later on in the day, and I just can't hang around here. So I'm talking about the elections, but because I don't know what the results are, mostly I have to concentrate on just two results, which are absolutely stunning. Now, for those of you who aren't aware of the British electoral system, we all go to vote on Thursday, and then the votes close, the polling booths close, 10 o'clock or whatever, and then the count starts, and then on Friday the count continues. By Friday evening the results are in, and then the various parties can get their act together ready to start on Monday for business as usual. When you know the results first thing on Friday morning, you know there's been a bit of a tsunami. And of the two results that I do know, this one is one of the most impressive, and it was won by 6 votes, and that's Runcorn. I'll show you where Runcorn is. Runcorn is here. It's between Liverpool and Manchester, and it's in the same general area as Rochdale and Oldham. And that should give you a clue about how a reform candidate was returned, because it was pretty solidly Labour in this area because of its industrial background. And the fact is that Labour voters are particularly sclerotic in their voting patterns, whereas the sort of people who vote Conservative tend to ditch their vote for someone else if they think someone else is better. Labour will vote for the same old, again and again, the Labour voters rather. And that's what the Labour Party has been relying on. And in this particular situation, they're not. Their reliance is somewhat misplaced. This lady here, Pochin, a former Tory councillor and local magistrate, becomes the first non-Labour MP to represent the Cheshire town of Runcorn in 52 years. As for the local elections, we have this here. Reform give Labour a bloody nose after winning the Rochdale council by-election. Now, we all know the name of the town, Rochdale, don't we? And for all the wrong reasons. And if Reform want to win more seats, what they have to do is get these people to really stir things up in Rochdale. They need to start an investigation. They need to bring in an outside investigator to deal with the police and the council who presided over the cover-up on the rape gangs, and they have to deal with it and point out that this government is not dealing with it, and they have to make some arrests. And if they do that, then the country will fall to reform in that, well, if they do that, then all of that area is going to fall to reform. And that's just a bit of advice I'm going to give you for free, Nigel. And these are the mayoral results here. A hold for Labour, that's Lincolnshire Reform, a hold for Labour, a hold for Labour in North Tyneside and West of England. So, as I said, Labour are still stubbornly hanging on. But somewhere here, and I don't remember where it was now. Hang on a minute. No, I can't find it. It's a quote from a Labour spokesman who said something like, well, our plan is actually working. Yeah. What I have seen is that the Conservative Party are saying they're not going to make a deal with reform. Well, here's some more political advice, Conservative Party. You've got to make a deal with reform because otherwise you're going to disappear. And I'm speaking as an old, a very long-term Conservative supporter. Now, as I've said, do I trust Farage? No. But at the moment, he's the only game in town and the only one with a chance against the Labour seats. So, yeah, I have to regard that as a glimmer of hope. OK, well, we'll see what the next 24 hours brings. Till next time. You can help my channel by subscribing and clicking the notification bell. That's quite important. And by sharing if you're so inclined. Links to my other channels and to donation methods are in the description. But the best way you can help is simply by clicking like and notify. Thank you.